Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with Billy DRURY, the king of sales in DY, and we're going to give you a little bit about
it's generous.
a little bit of a tale of the sale following a really good recent sale that we've worked on together in the Meriton complex. Can you tell them a little bit more about the unit, Billy?
Yeah, we're delighted to share the news of this sale, actually. So just behind Alex and I, on that side, actually, we just sold a 3-bedroom unit, one off the corner. So you've got Pittwater Road running that way, the Beeline bus stop over my shoulder that side, and Woolworths to make it easy for you. We've just sold a 3-bedroom apartment for a little over $1.7 million. But the reason this is such a significant sale for DY, it benchmarks 54% capital growth in 6 years. That's $100,000 a year sort of profit.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, I was looking at the statistics earlier. DY over the past 5 years done a medium growth of about 30%.
Yep.
And if you look at that in comparison to this, 54% is just, it's an outstanding result for our vendor, and it's outstanding for the whole building, really.
Yeah, you know, like what amazes me here is a tenant moved in 7 years ago and stayed for the whole duration. The owners have owned the property since. The capital growth on this has been nearly double what the average DY unit's done, and people sort of ask, well, how's that? Why would that be the case? If people don't know DY Meriton very well, it sits right in the middle of town. So you've got the Beeline bus stop, you've got the Woolworths, and this sort of basically remapped DY's town centre. So it's a beautiful location part of DY, and then it's 700-800 meters level walk to the beach as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I suppose you get a lot of appeal to a lot of range of different buyers. I mean, location wise, you're getting a lot of people who travel to work every day in the city.
Yep.
Beeline's right there. You're getting people who love the beach, 800-meter walk. You're getting your older generation as well, who really like the amenities. They have all of their doctors, all of their physios. Everything's within a 5-10 maximum minute walk from your front door.
And then on top of the beautiful apartment you've seen, just shared a couple of photos there, you've got 3 amazing sets of amenities. You've got a 25-meter pool, a sauna, a gym, a residence garden, and a barbecue area, which is this area here. And then you've got building management 24/7, and also like the security aspect is great with lift access and secure
tons
parking.
Of car spaces and secure garage. Yeah,
it's a great floor plan. They thought of storage when they built it as well. There's storage cages for most apartments, a single car space in this case, and this was only level 3 in the building, so not very high in the building.
Great aspect, northeast facing. So that room that you were just on there previously, that the purchase is actually going to turn into a little bit of a sunroom.
Nice.
Because it's got that north facing windows there, and then your east going onto the balcony. So level 3, but you're still nice and bright.
Yeah. Now, what I want to point out, and how you can spot the next Meriton DY, the owners purchased this off the plan. The property was built in 2018. It settled in 2020. There was about a 2-year gap there where they had purchased early, locked in their sale price, and then enjoyed the capital growth before it had even finished. They bought it for 1.11, held it for the best part of just over 6 years. The reason they were quite strategic with their holding time frame on this is because for the first 7 years in this building, you get builder's warranty across everything. That's also when the kitchens and bathrooms look their best for the first 7 years. And once you sort of reach year 10, then you tend to start needing to do a bit of work again. So they've got the best of the renovations and the new build quality. And now the building's well and truly settled, and there's only spent 13 days on the market.
Yeah, it was quite the fast turnaround. I mean, in terms of like numbers that we had through the open homes, I think that's a pretty good thing to touch on as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we had about 20 groups in the first Saturday after going live on the Thursday. So that's only really a day and a half on market. And then we had over 20 groups on the first Saturday. The following Wednesday was still about 13-15 groups. And then the following week was still around that 10 groups during your open. So really just shows kind of the demand for that building.
Yes.
And the popularity with buyers on the market at the moment.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we've been invited into a couple of other apartments nearby, so there is a prospect there. We're working really hard to get 4 buyers that missed out into the building. One buyer specifically really is trying to get into the Meriton lifestyle. So, you know, this is a big call out to local 3-bedroom homeowners, and some will even consider 2 bedrooms as well.
Yeah.
Buyers, particularly in Meriton. There's a bit of a wait list there. We're trying to assist, and for buyers as well, we're working really hard to service their inquiry and get them into their sort of next dream home.
Exactly. Perfect.
Well, there's a bit of info there for you. We're just happy to share this sort of news for DY. It's a big result.
It's a great result for DY, great result for the building. And I suppose, as you said, yeah, it's a bit of a call out if you're living in the building and you're thinking of upsizing and keeping it as investment or just moving on.
Yep.
We do have those buyers sitting there and would love to make something happen.
Yeah, and if you're looking and you're on realestate.com in the research phase, wanting or curious to know what's coming up in the building, give either Alex or myself a call. We'd love to help and love to put you in touch with the right property when it comes on the market, because there's been many a times where I've actually called someone 6 to 12 months after they first inquired and said, I've finally got something in the building that you're going to love. Come and have a look at it. And
they do. They're waiting.
Yeah, that's the way we can get you in first before it goes on realestate.com to give you a shout and hopefully join the dots together as a bit of a match made in heaven.
Exactly right. Perfect. Thank you.